The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the show's been featuring some of the kids a bit more often lately. However, there's one soap child who remains noticeably absent from the canvas, and that's Christian Newman. Although Christian still lives in Genoa City, he hasn't been seen on screen in years. It's been way too long since fans have caught a glimpse of Christian, so maybe it's time for Y&R to change that. It's honestly rare for anyone to even mention Christian, but Nick Newman did bring up his name during a conversation with Victor Newman in the November 7 episode. Since Christian is barely acknowledged on the show, it's always surprising when viewers get a reminder that he exists. Considering how much airtime Connor Newman has gotten in recent months, perhaps something needs to change regarding Christian. Nick and Adam are on much better terms these days, so we can think of a new Christian-related storyline that might shake things up. Christian is being raised by his uncle, but he calls Nick Dad and considers him to be his father in every way that counts. That's how Adam wanted it early on, but there was eventually some custody drama since Christian is his biological son. Adam also spilled the beans to Christian about his paternity, but Christian was too young to really grasp that knowledge at the time. Flash forward to now, and maybe Christian is getting old enough to ask questions. Christian has presumably been watching Connor bond with his half-brother, Johnny Abbott, so he might be feeling left out. Connor is Christian's half-brother too, so what if Christian wants to bond in that way and get to know Adam better as well? If Christian starts latching onto Adam at some point, it could leave Nick feeling like his role as a father figure is being threatened. It could cause some issues for Nick and Adam, so we could get some soapy family problems out of all this. Adam wouldn't try to replace Nick in Christian's life, but it could still be tough for Nick to watch him connect with his bio dad. Whatever the case, Christian has been missing for what feels like forever. So we'll bring you more predictions on any storylines that might put him back on screen. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Adam and Nick's brother feud will inevitably come back around sooner or later, so stay tuned for updates on any bad news that might be brewing. Hey everyone, welcome back to Radiant Serum. I'm Aubrey, and I hope your day is shining bright. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump right into today's video. Everyone thinks that Sharon killed Heather. Everyone watching The Young and the Restless, and even Sharon herself, thinks so. But did she? Don't be too sure of that. You'll recall that in Heather's last episode, her last episode alive anyway, Sharon pushed her, she fell, and the next thing we knew, Sharon was waking up, and Cameron was telling her that she needed to deal with the situation. So somewhere in there, Sharon passed out, which gave someone else the opportunity to sneak in and finish the job. The question is, who? As well liked as Heather was by her fellow Genoa City residents, it seems unlikely that the perp is someone that we know. Lily might have been mad that Heather stole Daniel away, but she wasn't homicidally mad, and Lily took enough heat just for killing Daniel and Heather's careers. Our hunch is that the culprit will turn out to be someone Heather represented in court who wasn't necessarily satisfied with the defense that she mounted. Although it would be a lot more fun if bold and beautiful baddie Sheila had made a quick trip to Genoa City to kill Lucy's mom in hopes of making the teen curious about her biological mother, Sheila's late daughter Daisy. In Sheila's warped mind, this would set up Lucy to seek her out to establish some sort of family tie with her reformed grandmother. Only later would Lucy realize that Sheila is as rotten and irredeemable as everybody told her she is. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that some special guests may start arriving ahead of Devon Hamilton Winters and Abby Newman Abbott's nuptials. Jack Abbott has been off in France collecting Ashley Abbott from the facility she's been in. Ashley was suffering from dissociative identity disorder and needed serious help, but she's doing much better now. Since Ashley's personalities have been integrated and she's responded to treatment so well, it's time for her to rejoin her friends and family back in Genoa City. The timing couldn't be better since Abby wants Ashley to help Victor Newman walk her down the aisle. However, Jack will take Ashley back to the Avid house first, since the wedding date hasn't arrived just yet. Ashley will get emotional since she previously wasn't certain she'd recovered enough for a homecoming. Jack will essentially promise that Ashley's mental health turmoil is behind her and try to ease any lingering worries. At Newman Enterprises, Victor is about to face an office ambush. Jill Abbott will show up early during the week of November 11 to 15 with a stern warning to deliver. Although Victor might try to distract Jill with some talk about her treatments and how she's doing, she'll ultimately put the focus on her company and all his scheming. This isn't Jill's first rodeo when it comes to going up against Victor, so she'll let him know she's not afraid to fight back. If Victor continues going after Billy Abbott and plotting an Abbott Chancellor takeover, Jill may vow to make him regret it. Of course, Jill will also want to check in with Billy at some point and seek updates on the progress he's made with Lily Winters. Billy tried to convince Lily to work together again, but she wasn't receptive to the idea. If Billy can't get his act together and make things right, he could lose the throne he so desperately wants to keep. Jill may light another fire under Billy and push him to restore his partnership with Lily before it's too late. Our Vi and our predictions hint that Billy could have a few tricks up his sleeve, so don't miss any sneaky plans and shocking news that might be on the horizon. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy could make some big mistakes if he's not careful. In the intricate tapestry of the Young and the Restless, few relationships are as tumultuous and compelling as that between Victor Newman and Jill Abbott. Their dynamic, marked by power struggles, deep-seated emotions, and relentless ambition, has captivated audiences for decades. A recent confrontation between these two formidable characters not only underscores their volatile relationship, but also sets the stage for significant repercussions within the Newman-Abbott saga. The tension between Victor and Jill reached a boiling point following Jill's vehement accusations against Victor. Jill confronted Victor with scathing remarks, alleging that he was the mastermind behind the downfall of her son, Billy Abbott. According to Jill, Victor's machinations systematically dismantled Billy's prospects, leaving him vulnerable and unsupported. She painted a picture of a manipulative patriarch who, leveraging his vast resources and influence, had destroyed any chance Billy had to thrive. For Victor, these accusations were not only baseless, but also deeply personal. Known for his unyielding control and business acumen, he prided himself on building his empire through sheer determination and strategic brilliance. The idea that he would stoop to underhanded tactics to sabotage his son-in-law was anathema to his self-image, and feeling unjustly maligned, Victor could not let Jill's allegations stand unchallenged. Victor's immediate reaction was one of fury and disbelief. He vehemently denied Jill's claims, asserting that he had done nothing to harm Billy. In his eyes, Billy was a capable individual who had faltered due to his own shortcomings, while he believed Jill was projecting her frustrations onto him, clouding the real reasons behind Billy's struggles. The exchange quickly escalated into a heated argument, with both raising their voices and airing grievances that had likely simmered beneath the surface for some time. Their clash was not just an argument, but a battle of wills, with neither willing to concede. As the argument intensified, Victor's patience wore thin. In a moment of exasperation, he commanded Jill to leave, snapping, "Get out." However, Jill was not one to be easily dismissed. Retaliating with equal ferocity, she warned Victor that she would see his empire crumble, declaring, "You'll be bankrupt, Victor." The verbal sparring quickly descended into physical aggression. In a fit of rage, Victor delivered a powerful slap to Jill's face, sending her sprawling to the floor. The room fell silent as the gravity of their confrontation hung in the air. Yet the tension was far from over. Billy Abbott, witnessing the altercation, rushed to his mother's side, embracing her. Fueled by a mix of anger, fear, and desperation, Billy lashed out at Victor, grabbing him by the throat in a desperate attempt to defend his mother. The struggle was intense, with Victor finding himself on the receiving end of his son's aggression. In the aftermath, a complex web of emotions and responsibilities emerged. Victor was forced to grapple with the realization that his actions, whether intentional or not, had contributed to the deterioration of his relationship with Jill and, by extension, with Billy. Billy's physical attack was a stark indicator of the deep-seated resentment that had been building over time. As the dust settled, it became evident that Victor's inability to address Jill's concerns calmly had only exacerbated the situation, leading to a breakdown in communication and trust. This confrontation between Victor and Jill is not an isolated incident, but a reflection of the broader themes often explored on The Young and the Restless: power, family loyalty, and redemption. Victor's journey, marked by triumphs and tribulations, continues to evolve as he navigates his personal and professional complexities. For Jill, standing up to Victor signifies resilience and her determination to protect her family's legacy, underscoring her strength as a character and her unwavering commitment to her loved ones. Young and Restless ended a dramatic week with a flurry of flashbacks as Victor and Nikki were reestablished in the restored Newman Ranch. Here's a look at two big stories taking us into next week, during which the iconic soap will mark its incredible 13,000th episode. The big Sharon or Heather murder mystery has begun to feel stalled for those who want to get on with the reveals. The writers are definitely slow-walking it. We even got an entire episode devoted to Heather's funeral. While I was disappointed we didn't get to see dead Heather again, the beats played were solid. It's always a good day when we get to see Michael and Lauren too. That said, Phyllis hounding Sharon is going to get old fast if it goes on much longer without some type of new development. If Red is unable to get Sharon to crack, she may have to resort to doing Chance's job for him. As we all know, she has the ability to hack into just about any system. So why not the security cameras in Daniel's building or near the river? It's mind-boggling that the Keystone Cops in Genoa City have yet to take a look at these things, presuming they exist in a complex where a billionaire lived, or to question how Heather's body was transported to the river. Wouldn't they have searched Daniel's car for forensic evidence? For that matter, wouldn't they also have confiscated Sharon's car for the same reason, given she was admittedly the last person to see Heather alive? It's frustrating to watch soap murder mysteries because of the suspension of belief necessary to drag them out, but the reveals will be coming, and hopefully, there will be a significant payoff for a change. To conclude, Sharon's big mistake was in not taking into account the evidence other than the towels and phone she planted. Or her nemesis' ability to hack, I suppose. One or both will bring her eventual downfall. Will she get a chance to confess before she's caught? As Young and Restless fans know by now, Abby and Devin are getting married next week, and the big event is set to take place as the show marks its 13,000th episode at the restored Newman Ranch. Given the couple are fairly low-key these days and not involved in any drama, some were sure the nuptials, although beautiful, would be a big yawn. Enter Braden James, who teased a big shock at the wedding. This set us to speculating about what, or who, might interrupt the big day. There were several tantalizing theories that fans would have loved to see play out, but there's one still to share, and it's a doozy. As it turns out, Young and Restless itself kinda spoiled the surprise with a behind-the-scenes photo that gives away a little too much detail. One detail in particular: we already knew Brittany Sarpy was back on set for the celebration, but apparently she was there for a much bigger reason as well. Spoiler: our theory is that Nate's not only getting a new half-brother, but also a baby. As you can see in the group photo below, taken as the cast gathered to celebrate the soap's 13,000th episode, Sean Dominic is holding a wee tot and is standing beside none other than Brittany Sarpy. who played his character's ex-girlfriend Alina. It's a safe bet that the big wedding shocker is Alina returning with Nate's child in tow. Decide for yourself. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Genoa City is once again embroiled in emotional battles and life-altering decisions. The latest events involve a complex cast whose lives intersect in unexpected, often turbulent ways. From fear-driven exits to family confrontations, Genoa City braces for changes that could redefine its social dynamics. Tessa Porter, a spirited member of Genoa City, is overcome with fear and anxiety. Living with Sharon Newman has become unbearable, with tensions escalating to the point that Tessa fears for her well-being. Determined to reclaim her peace, Tessa makes the bold choice to move to Grand Phoenix, a quiet, secure refuge. Her departure signifies not only a physical escape but an emotional one, underscoring her need to prioritize her mental health. While Tessa seeks distance, Sharon Newman feels torn over her granddaughter, Aria. Her strong maternal instincts drive her to stay close to Aria, and Tessa's departure triggers anger and frustration in Sharon, fearing it could harm Aria's emotional stability. Sharon's desire to keep Aria nearby reflects her struggle to balance familial bonds with changing circumstances. Caught in the middle is Maria Copeland, who isn't ready to leave Genoa City. Unlike Tessa, Maria feels deeply connected to the city and struggles to envision relocating. This difference leads to a heated argument with Sharon as both women grapple over Aria's best interests. Their clash highlights the complex dynamics of family, especially when personal safety and collective responsibilities intersect. Amidst the personal drama, Victor Newman and Jack Abbott are on the brink of resolving their historic feud. Tired of the relentless strife, Victor reaches out to Jack with hopes of ending their rivalry. As both men reflect on the toll their conflict has taken, they realize the importance of peace for their family's well-being, marking a pivotal moment that could shift Genoa City's power dynamics. Further complicating matters is the intense love triangle between Kyle Abbott, Summer Newman, and Claire. Victor views Claire's presence as a source of potential chaos that could derail the fragile peace he seeks. Ever the strategist, he demands Claire distance herself from Kyle, threatening consequences if she doesn't comply. This ultimatum emphasizes Victor's dedication to maintaining order and stability. Unwilling to yield, Claire refuses Victor's demand, setting the stage for a tense power struggle. Her defiance highlights the depth of conflict in Genoa City, as her decision affects her relationships with Kyle, Summer, Victor, and even Jack. As tensions escalate, the risk of a larger conflict grows, putting the peace that Victor and Jack have strived to build in jeopardy. With personal growth, character development, and potential reconciliation on the horizon, Genoa City faces a future of change and renewed tensions. In the dynamic world of the Young and the Restless, every new arrival sends ripples through Genoa City. Elena's unexpected return, with a mysterious child in tow, shocks the community and threatens to unravel secrets, shifting loyalties and relationships. Her bold claim that the baby is Nate Hastings' son takes everyone by surprise, forcing Nate into a whirlwind of responsibility, doubt, and soul-searching. Elena's decision to keep her pregnancy a secret stems from complex personal struggles and societal pressures. She may have feared judgment, financial instability, or even emotional fallout. Her anger toward Nate, whom she perceives as indifferent, reveals the sense of betrayal she's endured. For Nate, Elena's revelation brings disbelief and confusion. While he questions the circumstances of the baby's conception, he faces the reality that he might indeed be the father, a thought that triggers both fear and reflection on his readiness for fatherhood. Meanwhile, Sally, a pivotal character in Genoa City, grows suspicious of Elena's claim. The baby's golden hair and bright complexion seem unusual to her, fueling doubts about the child's paternity. Sally's suspicions add tension, suggesting possible deception and complicating the quest for truth. In pursuit of clarity, Nate decides to take a DNA test, a pivotal step in confronting his uncertain future. This decision reflects his determination to face the truth, regardless of the outcome, and to assume responsibility if the test proves paternity. As they await the results, emotions run high, with anticipation, anxiety, and skepticism affecting all involved. As a mother, Alina faces immense scrutiny and fear of losing her child. Her determination to establish Nate's responsibility is rooted in her need for security and love for herself and her child. Confronting doubts from the community, particularly from figures like Sally, she demonstrates resilience, defending her right to co-parent and showcasing her strength amid adversity. If the DNA test confirms his paternity, Nate will face the challenge of embracing fatherhood and the responsibilities that come with it. His journey reflects a classic struggle between personal freedom and familial obligations, making this storyline one of the most emotionally charged in Genoa City. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.